Guys, I can't figure it out. It turned me off. Literally said end of stream, and I'm not sure why. I've reset it now. Hopefully, these will be back to back enough to know what in the heck is going on because I don't have the time right now to find out why I did that. Of course, entertainment purposes only must be told. And there goes a security threat. My smartphone. Apparently, it's shut me down for a threat. And I don't have the time to take right now. I actually have a few things to do, but somehow it had to take me down because of a live threat. So on top of that, you've got still Lady Hippy at the bar, which is not a given. It's just not. I had covered plenty in the last one as far as what's going on here and there. Again, I prefer to do this myself. I don't want to drop other people's work and to have a show. Like I said earlier, I just adore Casper's site, but he's what they call a reactor, and they find clips and they put him in, and he does he doesn't do paranormal. He's very well known. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. You should go check it. But there's plenty of paranormal sites, but there's only a few good ones. Like Dark Ghost, he is also Russian, but totally awesome. There's two. Tim Morozov is also a good one if you're going to go out and look to play with the ghosties, as I call it. So this is going to be very, very brief, I'm afraid. I just wanted to let everybody know the last when I put it in the can. As I hope going to allow this one to be right behind it, and everybody can check and say, "Hey, this is short. We'll watch this one." So that's where I have to go with it. I've been drenched this morning. And the weather being a decision and the outdoor kitties, so they get fed in the garden shed instead. So I've got all of that finished to get all ready, get up here, and it turns me off. I have no idea why. My husband has to go and do some stuff. Another truck driver's truck had been taken and flipped by these weather patterns. They're unbelievable. And high profile vehicles are in a lot, it's like a kite or an umbrella, especially if they're not loaded heavy down. If they're empty, it's almost as if you're going, "Hey, I'm over here," kind of thing, and it's awful. But the man's okay, and but my husband helps one of the guys that are here in town to run a record to pick up a semi. So it costs like $5,000 to $6,000 to get that done usually, but they can do it for less. And the person, of course, is most grateful because it's independent. One of the few last independents we still have. Excuse me. Um, and everybody knows why we are losing our drivers because apparently they don't want anybody in the front seat besides somebody holding the paper going, "Yeah, it's doing good." I mean, it's gonna like, I'm not thinking I'm going for that. I mean, just when I saw this the first time I saw anything about this, driverless driving, and they showed somebody had been going down the road. Uh, one of the highways in California, I think near Los Angeles. And in the event, they're going down the highway, and they had some speed. I mean, it's not back to back or anything. And I think it was the husband, son, somebody anyway, is filming it on his phone because the car next to them, who's literally next to them, is sound asleep. They're doing 80 or whatever. At that point, I would hang up my keys. So, and they're next to him filming this. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't have been screaming, but I certainly would have. How would I have done that? I would have gotten away from them and reported them at least to the police because I think that's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. I don't know. It could be YouTube got angry at me because I actually used two swear words in my last broadcast that was cut off. So I don't know. Um, Guys, give me some likes, throw a little chat in there if you want to look at something. I still don't know exactly which way to go. Again, I don't want to be uh, I don't want to be a reactor to somebody's. If I don't mind dropping a video if someone wants to talk about it, like the thing with Cat Williams. But I think that is not what I am. Is I don't want to just react to somebody else's video, and I don't want to um, pretty much surf on their back in order to enjoy having a social media where we baby boomers, we hippies can get together and have a blast. I don't know. There's some. Think of the greats, Tommy Chong. Hey, could you imagine talking to them? Oh my God! I mean, I love the comedians. I love George Carlin. I'm so sorry that he's already gone, but there are still very few of the greatest. I'm looking forward to Eddie Murphy's new movie. Um, uh, he had that rolled down too. They said the first show, it came out in 1986, and I thought for sure it had come out like '98 for this movie. It had come out in '86, so it's been a long time. Ed's been out there. He's always been just adorably funny. But it's good to see some of them coming back out, and I didn't even realize I had missed them, like with Cat, until recently when they've kind of gone out more. I mean, I can't blame you. You get $80 million, you got kids, screw that, stay at home, take care of the kids. It's got to be grueling what they do. It's like truck drivers, you don't stay anywhere. You do 2 or 3 night shows and you're driving like crazy to get to the next city, set it up, do it again. Like the concerts back in my day. I was T-shirt patrol, what we call T-shirt patrol, and you wore whatever bands it was, you wore their T-shirt, and we women always cut ours so we had that little bit of fringe look, and you would stand between the stage and the people and not let them up there and not let them backstage without a pass. So that was a lot of fun. Dudes would look at me and go, really? Don't you know I was no threat whatsoever to these people? It's just, oh, okay, I won't do it because I got lucky. I mean, we had so much more fun in the '80s than nowadays. Of course, I'm old now, but you'd still think people around my age would have some fun. Certainly, my children, they would be happy. No, it's the same as us. They're all work, 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 work. What else you gonna do? Um, it's tiring even after I've retired. Again, my day will get stacked up, and I don't know where it went. I'm constantly going. It's not 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's Friday. I mean, I thought it was only Wednesday. So throw those comments in there, guys. Throw the likes in there. We need the algorithms up. I'd like to keep this particular channel. It's called my channel. That's why I want to keep that. I won't keep everybody today, and hopefully, if I can, I'll try to join these guys. But I've got so much other things. I probably myself won't look at this until tonight. So forgive me. The last one that I threw in, you'll know whatever it is I'm wearing, so you'll know it was the same few minutes apart. Um, Please throw something in the comments. Like get a wig or I don't know. Just before put something in there. I don't know. Tell me you want to look at something, or you would like to, or your interest is, or whatever. And I really am kind of looking towards one generation. I would like to get we hippies back together. I think we're a blast, and all the good stuff. Even my grandson is listening to the music that I listened to when I was younger than he was. Of course, I was at the concert. So you can't. You couldn't pay me to go to a concert, and the last thing a cancer concert. See, I can't talk all the time. Yeah, you'd have to. I'm not even sure you could pay me good money to go to one of them now. I just and I changed because there's no rock as far as I'm concerned anymore. Um, there just isn't. I know people call it hip hop or whatever, and some of it's kind of nice beat and all that, but I'm old and I actually remember the Charleston, so it's just not my cup of tea. long as the other ones are enjoying themselves, that's all it should take. I prefer the comedy clubs because I did quit dancing, and I still miss it very much. So I always had moved on through those where I could go and dance because I can't do that now. So it was the comedy clubs. And when we got here, and we were trying to find things, and we asked our kids, no, there's really nothing here. Finally, one of Robert's friends, another truck driver, said, "Oh, there's two comedy clubs, and there's a jazz club over here." And I'm like, we've been here over a decade, and we just now found it. So, and of course, my husband has his fishing boat, his new fishing boat, and he hasn't been able to take it up because he got it just before the weather changed to the end of fall, beginning of winter, and it gets worse here in February. I don't know why. It's like it's behind schedule. And growing up in Chicago, in September you had coats. when when the sun started going down, you was in a heavy coat, as the temperature would drop like 30 degrees. I mean, it was the wildest stuff, and the wind. I used to go downtown to get ballet slippers. Everything was kind of compartmentalized. That we didn't have Walmart, so I had to go down and get on the L. It's what the train. We called it the L. Get off this specific place and walk over and try on the ballet shoes. And you had to save up to buy ballet shoes back then too. They were expensive. And but what you're going to do, you've got to have new ones because I took ballet for years, and my toes sure have reminded me I did so. So you go down there, you get out of the alley, you get those shoes, you get to run around. So that was as far away from home as I ever got, which was to buy my ballet slippers whenever I had to have them each year. And I finally, when I think it was during June, I think it was junior year that I had to say, okay, can't do those no more. And went on as I kept up ballroom dancing. We used to square dance on the weekends that the school would open and put in pizza. And it's like 25 cents or something a ticket. It was like, so for some people, it just wasn't their cup of tea. But for most of us, and you didn't have to dance, it was up to you, of course. And a lot of us, not me, I always danced. But there were a lot of people that could have come, and a lot of boys did come, but they didn't dance. And back in that day, the girls didn't go up and say, "Come on," and take her on to the dance. No, you did not do that. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. No. If they're interested and they ask you politely, and it's a song you like, you will go and dance. And if it's not, you'll say, "No, not this one." And that's polite society, is what we used to say. Nowadays, I don't know if they have society, let alone a polite one. I haven't seen it lately. I'm trying to see my timer, and I'm thinking, well, they get stuck with this one. I don't know what I was doing. In any event, I'm going to have to go ahead and get over here because my husband's got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. So, everybody, enjoy your happy Mondays. Do be safe. Watch out for everything and anything. And if you get a chance to like or share or tickle the bell, please do so. It does help me to keep this channel and the algorithms going. And without this channel, guys, this is the Hippie channel. Without you hippies, there is no channel. So come on over to the bar and talk to me, Hippie. I've been waiting a while for this. I don't know about you guys, but it's on my bucket list. It's fun to know that I'm not the only one too that does this format. By the way, there are several of us that are doing this. So I'm not trying to copy anyone. I'm just saying there are other avenues, of course, and I decided I liked this one. But I got to have you because without you, there's no me. Just kind of scary if you think about that. Just you might want to go right around that and don't keep that in your head long. Shout out to all my guys. They know who they are. And I hate to do it. I really do because this one's been very, very short. But again, somehow it bounced me off. And I came back on for just a few minutes to tell y'all I'm very, very overjoyed at the few I have seen. And please, please, please like the channel. Pretend you're at the bar. I don't care. Say whatever you want. I gotta go. Toodles.